it's just that balance.
Hmm.
However, we need to know what we're eating and where it kind of comes from. But then also there's a huge restrictive side of diet and the quick fixes and all of those kind of marketing slogans, which I'd love to hear kind of a bit more about your background into it, because I know that that's something that you've had a lot of personal experience with. And then, it's ultimately brought you to where you are today and made you learn a lot about the different types of food and how it impacts us. So can you give me a bit of background into your journey and your experiences with these diets and quick fixes and what's brought you to your point of view today?
Yeah, so I have been a yo-yo dieter my like entire adult life, until fairly recently. I thought that eating like 1,200 calories was the way forward, and we can kind of get onto that. But before I tried that, I'd taken diet pills, I'd done Herbalife, I'd done Slim and World, everything that I possibly could to like lose weight. And the focus was so on being smaller, being thinner, and it wasn't on health. Like, this was never a priority for me. It was never, oh, I want to be healthier. It was like, I want to be skinny. Like, that was like the driver behind everything. And so I wasn't considering like actually what are these foods that I'm eating. It was more, how can I be as small as possible? And it was such a bad mindset, but it's one that we all have. And it was encouraged by personal trainers, like I would have people say, oh, well, you can't eat like an avocado in a day because like you'll get fat, but have your fiber one bar after your dinner, or have your Haribo if that's going to keep you on track. Like, how would that keep anyone on track? Like, okay, yeah, you're getting like a hit of sweetness that you're craving, but actually the thing you're not even gonna need the sweetness if you've had a whole avocado and you're completely like full and satiated and you've got good energy throughout the day. So, basically over the pandemic, I like put on so much weight. Like, I was probably at like my heaviest. I was about 20, about 15 kilos heavier than I am now, something like that. Um, and I know that that's not like a complete measure of health, but I really like piled it on. I was like really feeling bad about myself, just really sluggish. And, there was nothing really for me to do to enjoy myself other than eat. And obviously we've got this emotional connection to eating as well, which we can come on to. But I got engaged at Christmas 2019. So then we went straight into the pandemic and I put on weight, and then I was like trying on wedding dresses and I was like, I can't get married like this. So then went on like a mission to lose the weight, and I had a PT and they told me to eat 1,200 calories a day, and they were like, you don't even need a full tin of tuna, like you can have half a tin of tuna for your lunch with some rice cakes. And I listened to that, and I was calorie counting at one point for like over 1,000 days. I'd been calorie counting, and I was stuck on like 1,200 calories, and lost weight for the wedding and all of that. It was great. And then after the wedding, I was like, okay, I need to start eating more normally now. I'm gonna have to, start eating just like, I'll just up my calories slowly. The weight was back on me within 6 months. I had like gut issues, which had been ongoing throughout this time. Like bloating all the time, dairy intolerance, gluten intolerance. I had eczema, on and off, that had been like all over my face, and that had started to come back. Really bad eczema on my hands, like blistered, like bursting, like really bad. And I just like got to this point, like the Christmas after I got married. So this was like, I got married in May 2022. And by Christmas, I was like, I actually can't believe I've got back to this place again. Like, I felt like sheer desperation. And I just felt like I can't keep going like this. Like, this cannot be my mindset for the rest of my life. It's so mentally draining to be obsessed with how you look